In the current session, we will talk about the Management Information System, that is MIS. So this MIS is a very vast subject, but precisely I will try to explain with the help of certain information. So what is Management Information System is actually refers to. That is the most important thing. So here, Management Information System, the use of information technology. See, as you are already aware, we are living in a science age. So everything is scientific today. We are more concerned, more evaluating the things based on the science and based on the facts. So that's the reason why here information technology nowadays is playing a very crucial role. All the aspects of human being. Nowadays we cannot imagine ourselves without internet for a day. We are so addicted to social media. Unfortunately, the TikTok has been removed by the government recently, 2 days or 1 day ago. But anyhow, that is the decision of the government. But we cannot imagine ourselves without technology in nowadays. The information technology and business process. What is the procedure in which we do the operations of the business? We use information technology. We use people of the organization who are working in the organization, as well as we use the process. Why we use this? To record and store, process the data, produce information. So what is computer? If anybody asks, computer is an electronic machine. It can quickly store, rearrange, all the definitions are there, you can say. But here the same thing we are doing. We are using information technology and the organization people and the process of the business. For what sake we are using? We are using to record, store and process the data. Why we are recording, storing and processing the data? To produce information. Question arises, what is the need for information? Why do we want information? As I told you, managers, what managers will do? Managers will make decisions. So in order to make a decision, what you require? You require information. So in the same way, this management information will use the technology, people and business process for recording, storing and processing the data to produce information. For what sake? For decision making purpose, right? So the decision makers can use to make day-to-day decisions as per the information, right? So that is actually MIS refers to here. The purpose of MIS is to extract data from varied sources and derive insight that business growth. In the sense what? The MIS is to extract data. In the sense what here? See, basically try to remember that the data is the very crucial one. Without information, decision cannot be taken. Information is nowadays an important role. If you have information, you are the market, right? So that's the reason why. So why? To extract data from the various sources. What MIS, management system, from that we will extract the data from various sources. Various sources here is referred to marketing department, sales department, marketing department, HR, right? Service department, recreation department, all these department data we require. Why we require? Day-to-day decisions. The growth and success and survival of the businesses nowadays mostly depend upon the MIS, management information system. Clear? So that's the reason why the management information is a very essential one to understand by a management student, because nowadays we are everything on computerized way. Just if you go to the bank, we are using every day, everywhere we are using computers, record to process to the data, right? Gone those days when we use paper, pen, we used to write in the books and blah blah blah, all those gone. Now we don't remember even the numbers. It is generally we remember our own number, that's all. We don't remember others. The reason is we don't require to. Digital mobile is there, in that all the data is stored. Whenever we want, we will type the to remember, right? Information technology, people, business process. This is the very important. Now, for MIS, Management Information System, what is the purpose? What is the need of Management Information System that we need to, as we have already discussed, in the cannot be imagined without any software, without any what we call software technologies, right? So if you take businesses, they will use many softwares. If you take big companies, they have ERP packages is also part of MIS, Management Information System. ERP, we have SAP or these kind of what we call softwares are there, which is providing solutions to the management for making decisions, right? So system application vast, what we call software, like small software, Tally, Wings, Focus, these also are available, right? So we cannot imagine without. So the following are some of the justifications for having MIS system, Management Information System. See, as we have always, decision makers need information to make effective decisions. To make effective decisions, we require information. Information is there, then only decision. If there is no information, imagine the prudent or quality decisions, right? So that is not. So if you go to a doctor, unless and until he do the diagnosis, not prescribe the medicines. So everywhere to make a decision, they require information. So to make decisions. So how it will be possible? The management information make it. The management information system facilitates communication within and out organization. So what this process will do, it will create the communication process. If you take one big organization of 5 to 10 story building, where in one corporate office building, all are there. Department of Finance of located in the outside. Then you have marketing department, you have go down there, you have what we call finance department, then HR department. Like these departments are different from organization to. If it is a manufacturing company, production department is mandatory. If it is a no production department, right? If you go to the business, in banking, HR department, finance department, then you find deposit department, insurance department, right? If you go to the insurance company, there you will have claims department, right? Then annuities, that is insurance department. All those departmentalization is differ from organization to organization. But that's what I was trying to convey. So communicate in the org is very, very important. Suppose in one story, in one thing, the HR department is located on the 9th floor, your finance department is located on the 2nd floor. So the finance manager has to know what will be the amount required to pay the salaries this current month, to make the budget, to arrange the fund. How he will get the data? So will he go and ask the HR manager to give the data? No, the data will be there in the management information system, right? So he will just type his password and open the data. The authentications will be available based on designation and authority. He will retrieve the data from the system. So like this, what is consumption of the work? So MIS facilitates the communication within the organization and outside the organization even, right? So here MIS are able to easily require information for the day-to-day operation, such as short messages, service SMS, then email, communicate with customers and suppliers from within system that organization is uses, right? Then record keeping, very important. We have already dealt in the definition, right? Record keeping is one of the most important aspect of management information system. If you do not have the proper record, if there are no records, then how you will retrieve the data? So we must store the data, record the data. Then what are the components will come into the picture with regards to management information system? MIS, what all components will be there in the management information system. The major components in MIS are the people who use the information system, right? So as we have already discussed in the first slide with regards to MIS, stating that we require people, right? So people who use the information system, the data that the information system records. So whatever information system will record, that data we want, right? So people and data, the components of MIS. Then business procedure, what are the procedures of business? Procedure put in place on how to record, store and analyze the data. What are the business procedures? Procedures will be differ from business to business, organization to organization. Standard operating procedure, SOPs we call it as. Standard operating procedures, right? Then hardware is also very important, right? Because without hardware there will be no software, right? So these include services, workstation, networking equipments, printers, etc. So networking is very important within the organization. We need to take a lot of reports print. We need to send a lot of reports to various parties. So hardware is very essential, like servicing of the products, workstation networking, in the sense one networking place where all the networking will be there. With the help of that, you can take out the print, you can transfer the data from one computer to another computer, one department to another department, like. So that's the reason why hardware is also component of MIS. Next, once it is hardware, the next is software. These are programs used to handle the data. These includes programs such as spreadsheets, then database softwares, or any software, right? So software is the essential. Clear? So these are the basic components of MIS. So these are the basic things will be there in the MIS always, right? Next. Right. Right, now we will come to the advantages, right? Advantages of management information system. What is the advantage? When you talk about the advantage, the following are the advantages of computerized information system. That is, management information system is called as computerized information system. Fast data processing and information retrieval. So data will be processed very fast and information will be retrieved very fast, right? So calculations part and all those things will be done by the system without any further delay. So this is one of the biggest advantage of the computerized information system. It processes data and retrieves the information at a faster rate. This leads to improve client customer satisfaction, right? So that's the reason when the processing of data and information retrieved very fast, it will always satisfy the customers and users. So that's the reason why this is one of the most important. Then improved data accuracy. Data will be very accurate because calculations will not go wrong. Manual calculation, there will be chance of making mistakes, whereas computerized calculation, there will not be any chance of mistakes, right? So therefore, improved accuracy. Easy to implement data, validations and verifications check is computerized. systems compared to manual system. Then improved security. The security of the data will be improved in the sense what? The software will not allow everyone to use the data. Only the authenticated people with the authentic software can use the data, right? So the managerial level authentication will be there with the manager. He will use the data and what we call keep the security of the data, whereas lower level they will see whatever data they are allowed to see. So like that improved security can be maintained, right? So here the slide has been changed. So under the advantages, reduce data duplication. Data duplication will be reduced, right? Again and again data will not be prepared. Once it is prepared, it will be used by n number of people n number of times, right? That is the most important advantage. Improved backup system. So backup system will be improved with the modern day technology. Backups can be stored in the cloud. Nowadays, most important cloud computing, you might be hearing. Everything will be stored in the cloud, right? Right. Hardware devices will be available, right? Software will be used to store the data in the cloud, which makes it easy to recover the data if something happens to hardware and software used to store the data. So once you keep the data in cloud, then it will be quite easy for to retrieve the data whenever you want, right? Then easy access to information. So the information access will be very easy, right? So most business executives need to travel and still be able to make a decision based on the information. So the web and mobile technologies makes necessary accessing data for anywhere possible. Nowadays mobiles, we can watch anywhere, anything, right? Whatever you want, clear, if you wish to see. So disadvantages of MIS, right? It is expensive to set up and configure. So small organization cannot bear the expenditure of MIS. So it will be very expensive. Big organization can bear the expenditure. So very expensive and configure. So we require certain computers, hardware, software, right? At the same time, we need to apply a lot of money in purchase of software. So the organization has to buy hardware and required software to run the information system. In addition to that, business producers will need to be revised, right? Business procedures will need to be revised and staff will need to be trained on how to use the computerized information system, right? So this MIS is very, very important nowadays. Here also we are using computerized technology to deliver the lecture, right? So we are using Zoom, one of the application we are using, and we are running our classes, right? So this is what technology optimum utilization. Heavy reliance on technology. Always you rely on technology. Technology can make you hand at any point of time, right? So that's the reason why reliance on technology will leads to what we call more dependency on technology, right? If there is any problem, then technology will not work. Then how you will stop the operations? So then you need to go by manual. So if something happens to the hardware or software that makes it stop functioning, right? Then the information cannot be accessed until the required hardware or software has been replaced. So that's the reason why one of the disadvantages is heavy reliance on technology. Risk of frauds. So here also the frauds can be done and risk will be there. If proper controls and checks are not in place, if you do not make proper controls and checks. An intruder can post unauthorized transactions such as an invoice for goods